Hello, I'm Jackson,
And I'm Tom.
and we are here presenting on our project, the Magnetic Sharpen Racer.
This is the whole and final family on your left and my right. The orange one, the small orange one, is the final one. You can also see it on your right. It has 2 magnets built in on both sides and 2 on the back so that it can clip to metal things. I doubt maybe you can see it, but it can clip to metal legs, since most legs in America, well, most desks in America at least have metal legs, so that you can hold this on it. It also has a magnet on the top, and since we also have a pencil with a magnet, it can fit on top and then stay underneath your desk. So it's also a pencil sharpener. So it's also wrapped around an eraser clay. That's the stuff that you see around it. So this allows it to be an eraser, allows it to hold stuff, well, things with magnets, and itself to metal things so that it doesn't roll away or anything, and also be a pencil sharpener.
These are very easy to make and quick, so we had a lot of time at the end. So we went ahead a step and made a package for it using a vacuum former.
This is our sketch and our materials list. We didn't use much material, and you probably can't see the sketch too well. Even if it was crystal clear, we are not very good drawers, so it probably wouldn't make much of a difference. But the materials list is the most important thing on this paper. It shows us that we used only a pencil sharpener, eraser clay, and magnets. That's very good for something that can stick to metal. And yeah.
We had tried to use, when we were starting our original prototype, we had the idea to stick a normal eraser to the bottom of that larger pencil sharpener, which didn't work out that well. And when we went to go get it, we found some of that eraser clay stuff. And we were also using weaker and much larger magnets than we are now. The ones we are now are really strong and small, so they can fit on a small area. The only tool we really used was a hot glue gun.
So problems and solutions that we had. We had a shortage of magnets towards the end of the year, towards the end of the project. And we didn't have much time, and it takes about a week for it to come so that you can get it. So what we did is we had to cannibalize one of the older models because it wasn't that good, and we could make it better. So we destroyed it for the greater good.
Our original price was the price for all of the materials is about $3.89, not counting the pencil. And we've been told that it's good to mark up your project by about 25% to earn a good profit. So it gives us a total cost of about $4.99.
Overall, we learned a lot from this Gates competition. One of the cooler things that we learned how to use was a vacuum former, which is how we made our case. And we also learned how to be persistent and manage our time. And yeah, thank you.
So now we're going to do market validation 2.0. So how many of you lose your pencils on a weekly basis?
Wow.
So I think again, we've solved a really nice and really good applicable problem here. I don't have another question, but what I do want to say is I really like that you guys did a product demonstration. There just so happened to be a table here, I don't know if you guys influenced that or not, that had metal legs. And so what I really liked was that front and foremost in your presentation, you showed off your product, how it worked, and the problems that it solved. So I think that that's a really good element of a sales pitch, and you guys did it really well.
So one question. Wow, this got really loud. Farther away. How durable is this eraser that you're using? If you end up rubbing too hard, will it start to warp and come off the sharpener?
Maybe a little bit, but for the most part, it tends to just stay there, and it doesn't dry out. So if it starts to come off, you can always just move it back.
Okay.
And if you guys want to pass one of these around just to see what it's like while the questions are happening,
You guys have done a very good job outlining what you have to sell and why you want to do it. The audience has shown that there's a demand. Again, Mr. Feifel has to point out that if we went back to the cost sheet, we don't understand all the costs. I mean, why do people go to different countries where their labor is less money or higher money? In your case, you have no labor dollars in there whatsoever for assembly. So, or how you're going to market it or how you're going to put it together. So everybody needs to learn this. You need to incorporate how labor intensive is your product and how much money are you going to allocate towards it. Because if your profit says you're going to make 10 cents a unit and it costs 8 cents for labor, then you don't want to do it. You see what I'm saying? But I thought your idea is very good. Obviously, people say that there's a lot of usage there. Some other people made the same mistake. I'm not saying that's critical. Just when you look at the future, always include what it costs totally to put the package together, okay? Any other questions? Oh, all kinds of them. Hold on. Front row. There you go.
So you said it solves the problem of not losing pencils, but how strong is the magnet connected to the pencils? Like, could it fall off and you still lose it?
We had a metal piece that I forgot to bring, but that metal piece, any of you, well, most of you can, he'll go grab the metal piece. At the end of this, I'll show you. But these are very powerful. Any of you who has come to my poster yesterday probably has seen me stick this on and then wave it up and down. This is very powerful, even with the little amount of difference in between. We spent a bit of time looking at a powerful magnet. Here, I'll just take it down.
Who do you plan to sell this to?
Well, if you just about anyone, whether it's school especially uses pencils, erasers and stuff, but just about anyone, we could probably sell this to like Staples or something, probably something along that line, and expand outward to jobs, like to certain jobs or something, because everyone pretty much uses a pencil or a pen, and maybe next year we'll make one that can hold ink or something.
With the vacuum form you made, did you guys make one, or was that the one that Emerson and I made?
it was
We didn't.
the vacuum form was not ours. It was just a tool that we used.
Yeah.
You gentlemen up here. Your question.
What happens if the magnet gets stuck to the computer?
Well, I mean, it's obvious that you have to be careful with magnets and technology, but it's just like a normal magnet, so if you just keep it away from your computer, it's not that big of a deal.
Also, this will probably be targeted to schools that don't use technology and computers, because they're going to use pencils and stuff much, much more than, think about how much you use a pencil a day. I doubt it that you use it more than your computer. So, yeah.
If you look at the one that you were passing around, there's no way to empty the eraser sheds. I mean the pencil sheds.
Since the thing does not ever dry out, you can always just open the thing up, and it just stretches out the clay, and you can empty out the eraser. It doesn't ruin it, because then you put it back, and it's...
Last question.
So when you erase, I feel like that eraser
it's gonna rip the paper. Cause like, I don't know, sometimes I aggressively erase or something.
It works just like a normal eraser. If anything were to happen, as long as you're holding it down, if you don't hold it down, then it'll probably rip. But as long as you're holding it down, it'll probably just be this that gets stretched out. And you can just push it right back and spray it again.
One bonus question, because he's persistent on the front.
How do you know that? Have you tested the eraser? Maybe read the paper or not?
Yeah, we have tested. Yeah, we've tested this. It works just like a normal eraser would, except sometimes it rips around.
But maybe if you get angry and like you get a bad grade in your test, you will erase so hard that you can rip the paper.
You would do that with a normal eraser too.
All right.
It's not that hard.
That's okay, guys. All right. Good job, guys. Thank you, Tom and Jackson.